Hey guys, my name is Jay, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. In the last episode, we got our revenge on Seymour Flux and finished exploring Mount Gagazet. In today's episode, well, we're going to head back up that way in order to face whatever monsters Unalesca has sent for us to test their skills. In between episodes, I have done some grinding, primarily just to get our characters up to snuff, because felt like the last episode, we were a little underprepared when we were fighting Seymour Flux. Then again, it feels like for me, certain bosses flip between, or feels like the bosses in this game flip between being very easy and being very hard. So, without further ado, let's head on.
It comes!
Alright, first order of business, like always. Immediately buff up. And like last time, we're starting this off with a Chaos Grenade. And it's hasted. Mari. Probably stupid, but let's steal. Titus. Yeah, let's just use your overdrive. Slice and dice. I don't get why he has to run all the way to that opposite side. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, not quite that bad. Let's swap to Yuna. White magic. The Esuna. Yeah, let's do this on Kamari so he wakes up. Titus. Let's swap you for Orin. Oop, nope. Want to do armor. Oh, he's already half dead. Wait. Power broke, magic broke, armor broke. Okay, apparently Chaos Grenade does a lot more than I thought it did. Well, in that case, Mari. Let's swap you out for Waka. Waka, just attack. Yuna swap for Lulu. Black magic. Most powerful fire spell yet. Waka, let's go with slots. Yes. Alright. And overkill. Okay. He was already down to half health. Perfect slots does 12 hits, and each one doing 2,000 means we are basically guaranteed to kill. Admittedly, this is kind of what I mean. This boss, um, I mean, yeah, I used 3 different overdrives.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
Hey, 2 return spears. Uh, double what we put into that fight.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are. Almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself.
Hmm?
Before, the closer I came to Xanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight Sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
So, yeah, Lulu and Yuna are both over here. I basically had, well, like I said, Waka is over here at the end of his grid, so I gotta use a level 3 key spear here in a sec. Orin and Kamari are over here, basically at the end of his. Yuna, I basically just had her teleport over to Lulu while she was over here, after getting... Wait, that's Pilfer Gill? Oh, that's where blah. Kuraga is. I thought for some reason that was. Oh well. More money, I guess. Titus is here, almost at the end of his. And yeah, everybody's basically reaching the end of their grid soon. Quick pockets. Or I could try and get Nav Gil. Well, much later on, anyways. So, maybe I am a bit overleveled. Still, I was honestly expecting that fight to be more difficult. This game really has a hard time keeping its bosses, level, it feels like.
A city dead for 1,000 years. A city I had to see with my own eyes. The end of Yuna's journey. The last chapter in my story. My thoughts, they kept floating up and then slipping through my fingers. Slipping away before I could pin them down with words.
Yuna, I say no. If we go down there, then you'll...
Riku. You're a true friend, and I thank you, but... I must go. Down to Xanarkand.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go. But Shouldn't we think about it some more? There's gotta be some kind of way we can save you, Yuna!
All my life, I knew this moment would come.
Uni...
Thank you, Riku. Thank you for everything.
Don't say that, Uni. It's not over yet.
Tell Sid, thank you.
No. You can tell him yourself.
Please.
Uni, don't say that because we're gonna see each other again, okay?
Kimari, let's go. Sir Orin, Kimari told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimari, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday. I am truly glad that I had that chance. Having you as a guardian was so great an honor. I don't know how to thank you. Perhaps, if I defeat Sin, that will be my thanks to you. That's what I'll do. Yes. I will challenge Sin. I will defeat Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I. I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you. Kimari, do you remember the first day we met? I was only 7. My father had defeated Sin, and all Bavel was celebrating. Everyone was saying what a hero my father was. I was so happy. But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin, and now he was dead. Now, I was all alone. I couldn't sleep. So I wandered into the town, away from the celebrating crowds. I stood on the bridge in Bavel, where my father and I had parted. Standing there, alone, I could see the fields where he had fought Sin. Then, you appeared, Kimari. You said you were looking for the daughter of Braska, remember? At first, I was so scared. Until I realized what a gentle person you are. You weren't used to talking to children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bavel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then, because that was when I knew my father was dead, and I would never see him again. You just held me, without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in the care of the temple, I held on to you crying, "Don't go, don't go." And you listened, Kimari. You stayed. Kimari, thank you. Thank you so much. And I've always liked your broken horn. Waka, Lulu. I'll never forget my days spent with you, growing up in Besaid. We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why I was always so happy, I think. And when you refused to let me become a summoner, and I did it anyway, I'm sorry. I've always wanted to apologize. You know, when you tried to stop me then, really, I was happy. I could tell you really cared about me. You were like my big brother and sister. No, I think you really were my big brother and sister. What else? I love watching you play blitzball, Waka. I even love it when you scold me, Lulu. Really. I guess that leaves the newest Guardian. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes. You are... I am... Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that we met. We haven't even known each other that long, but... It's funny. So this is what it feels like. It's a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined. Wonderful. But it hurts sometimes. I wonder. I just want to say thank you for everything. Maybe that's why it hurts. When I think about us never being together again at all, I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll do that part over.
What you up to?
And that is what was going on back at the travel agency when Titus just happens to walk up on her. It's definitely interesting to see what her thoughts are on all of her other party members, especially given that she's always been so, what's the word? Basically, I'm trying to say she has a tendency to keep her emotions to herself in order to not bother other people. And I'm blanking out on the word for that. But yeah, here's Xanarkand, the place where this story all began. Honestly, it's definitely interesting to see that we've actually made it to this part of the game, I'll be honest. I was honestly expecting this to take much longer, and yet we got here so fast, it feels like. This is going to be part, what, 34, I think? Something like that. So, definitely interesting.
listen to my story. This may be our last chance. Hey, there was more, right? I mean, like that time. Anyone?
I think
Yes?
that we should stop. Maybe. For now. Let's go.
And I think with that cutscene, I, I'm going to call it a part here. In the next one, we will explore Xanarkand proper and face Unalesca. If you've enjoyed this part, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.